Alright guys, so let's just pick up where we left off right here. We should be able to finish it with this video. So here's just another argument you can use for a switchover. Listen, we're the only ones that can actually access the nest. Okay, that's basically the point. So with any home and the structure itself already has nest around it, there is no way for anyone to access the nest because the bugs nest under the foundation in cracks and crevices and under walkways and throughout the yard. Have you ever been outside and flipped over a rock and seen a bunch of bugs underneath? They're always going to be like, yeah. It's the exact same way with your home. The product I use is Taurus, which costs me about $100 per a bottle. It allows me to have, bugs take the product directly back into the nesting site that we can't access. And that is why so many people with Terminix are trying me out, is because we're working a lot smarter and it's more effective approach in solving the problem than Ace and Close. Okay, so we can access things that other companies can't because we use Taurus. Pretty much the same exact thing that this one's going to probably go over, the product argument. One of the reasons why so many people love me is because I use a non-repellent product. They are a little bit more expensive, but they work a lot better. Your company is great, however, they use repellent sprays or contact kills. The bad thing about this is it truly never fixes the problem. They will keep coming back because the colonies are still there. It's like putting a band-aid over the problem. They do this so that they can continue to get your business year after year. The great thing about me is when you use me this year, you won't have to continue using us all the time because we provided a more permanent solution. Okay, hope that makes sense for you guys. This next one, I'm the best out here. I love that. Kind of a close. Remind me your name again. It's Joe. Joe, I promise I'm the best out here. I really want to earn your business and show you what I can do. I promise you, you're going to love me, and let me prove it to you tomorrow. Ace and Close. You actually probably don't even have to ace and close. Honestly, right there, that's almost a close right there. Let me prove it to you tomorrow. That's pretty much a close. Okay. You want to use this if they are emotionally attached. They're like, oh, I just feel bad about, leaving this guy, or they haven't done me any wrong. I don't know. I can't leave them. You know that they're an emotional buyer. So what you do is you call them by name. That speaks volumes to people who are emotionally based. Call them by name and then say, I promise. Make it personal. I want to earn your business. Say, I promise again, I want to show you what I can do. You're going to love me. Let me prove it to you. This is called an emotional close, and you're going to get all the people that are emotional buyers that are like, oh, I just feel bad about, leaving so-and-so. Do the emotional close. If you do it, you're going to get the sell, guys. Okay, here's another one. $5 more for 5 times the coverage. A lot of times people are just so hung up on, oh gosh, it's a little bit more expensive, I don't want to do it. But if you kind of compare, like, listen, it's only $5 more for literally 5 times as much coverage. Okay, so let's just kind of read it. Sounds good, but you're more expensive than what I'm paying now. Yeah, I hear you, but the truth is, if you break it down monthly basis, it's only about like $5 extra a month for 5 times more coverage. At this point, you are paying, whatever it is for a base spray around the home, and that is great. But the problem is, everyone is having in your neighborhood isn't at the base. They're out here in the yard. That's where the problem is. So if you are already paying for it, you might as well be paying to take care of the source of the actual problem. It's like, so basically what you want to say is like, listen, you're not really breaking your bank over this. Are you dealing with bugs inside the house? No. Okay. Neither is anybody else. Where the problem in the neighborhood is out here in the yard. You might as well just spend that extra $5 to actually get the problem in the neighborhood. Okay. Here's another one. Which would you rather have? Okay. This is a great one. I need to do this one more. It sounds good, but you are more expensive than what I'm paying now. And then you say, okay, which service would you rather have if the price was the same? The customer's going to say, well, yours. And then you basically get them to convince you why. Well, why is that? Well, because you get the yard, you know. Well, why else? Well, it seems like you guys are out here a lot longer. Okay. And then what you say is, well, good. Then you understand why I'm a little bit more. Ace close. Ooh, that's a good one. Love it. Okay. Apples to apples arguments. I've used this one quite a bit. If brand names were set aside and you compare service to service, which one would you choose? So it's kind of similar to this one up here. They would say probably the one with the most service. Great. And if you compare price to price, which one would you choose? The cheaper one? Great. I'll do the first one for free, and then, close them. So, yeah, that's a great one. I love it. Small mom and pop shop. We actually technically are a small mom and pop shop. This is a perfect one. People love to support their small local companies. This is a great reason for people to buy, especially if they already have a company. The great thing is about our company is it's locally owned in Savannah, Georgia. I know the owners personally, and they are great people. This would help out their small business and help stimulate the economy in Georgia. This is way better than giving your money to a big corporate company that is too big for their own good. Instead of being on the phone from home for customer service, we are able to immediately help you. And so basically one of the things you could say is like, listen, like these big companies, you're on the phone for hours on hold. With us, we're immediately like responding. Every customer means a whole bunch to small local companies like us. So we're going to respond real quick. If it's not broke, don't fix it. A lot of people have that. Hey, I don't want to switch. They haven't done me any wrong. Why fix it? What you say is, absolutely, I agree with you. Let me ask you one question. If horses were never broke, why did we start driving cars? And then they say, and then you say, our service will be the same as your current company. The only difference is that we do X, Y, Z. So it's not just, we're a little bit better. It's not that it's broken. Spouse concern. Just want the bugs gone. Here's number one. I need to talk to my, okay, so, let me talk about the spouse. So, I need to talk to my husband or wife. For sure, is he or she home right now? Not at the moment. How long did you guys say you've been here? 3 years? Well, the good news is we know that he or she values pest control. Otherwise, they wouldn't be using someone for so long. I'll tell you what. If someone can just save me the trip from coming back out here, I'll drop the bi-monthlies to $109. That way you aren't only getting more, you are saving some money as well. Does the morning or afternoon work better for you? So you basically just say like, oh, how long have you guys been living here? Oh, like 3 years? Yeah, well, that tells me that they want a pest control company. If we're able to beat the price and give you more service, it's a no-brainer. I'll see you tomorrow. So you basically just close them. Here's another spouse concern. I need to talk to my spouse. Yeah, for sure. Who's the one that originally signed up with them? Me or both of us. I just wanted to check to see if he or she is okay with it. Okay, if I'm able to take care of more bugs and save you money, is there a reason why your spouse wouldn't want to do it? I guess not. Well, I want you both to feel good about this, so here's what I'm going to do. If you can save me the trip from coming back out here, I know your spouse will be happy with the premium service. Just to prove it to you, I'll do my first service for completely free. How does that sound? Okay. Bugs become immune to the chemical. This is another great argument that you guys can use. So, and this one's actually factual. It's not just, you're not just shooting smoke up their butt. It's true. I like my company and I don't want to switch. I totally understand If you like them, I suggest you keep them in the future. Right now, it's best to use a different company because the bugs have become more and more resistant to the same chemicals. They've been exposed to years and years, year after year. The nice thing about using us is that we use different chemicals that will shock their systems. After this year of using me, you can get back to using your company, other company, Ace and Close. So you don't have to make them feel like they're completely abandoning their company. Say, oh, use them next year. But this is like literally the best thing you can do is shock the bug systems. Right now, they're just getting more used to the product each year you use your current company. Okay. Here's the last thing I want to kind of talk about is questions that keep you in the cell, especially for like switchovers. A lot of times customers are just going to close the door on you, and you got to pop them with a question. That's my favorite thing. They're about to close the door. Oh, I'm not interested. Hit them with a question. And then guess what? They're going to reopen the door, answer the question, and then you actually have some more time to kind of build value. Okay? So what were the main problems you were originally having? That's a great question. And then they're about to close the door. Where are you mostly seeing most of your bugs? They're going to respond, and then guess what? You're going to sell them. What do you usually do for the bugs outside? Do they treat the inside for you? How often do they treat the inside? Do you have a shed? What does the backyard look like? Where are the bugs getting inside the house? How long have you been using them? Is there anything you wish was different? Okay, so use these questions. A lot of times it's hard to come up with a question right on the spot. So if they're about to shut the door on me, I will freeze them, stick out my hand and say, hey, I got a quick question for you. And then they open the door and they're like, well, what's that? And meanwhile, I'm just kind of thinking of a question. And I'm like, well, what does your backyard look like? Well, why do you ask that? Well, I just want to see, how we can best treat your yard. I'll actually meet you out in the back right now, and I'll kind of point out how our treatment's different than what you're currently getting. Now you're in their backyard. Now you're selling them. And just a minute ago, they were going to close the door on you. Okay? So you got to pop them with questions. You guys got to be on your feet. You guys got to be hunters, not gatherers. You got to create your cells. All of these, switchovers, arguments is ways to create your cells. If you come to me and you're like, hey, Landon, I got the switchover nailed, but I haven't gotten a single switchover all week. Well, I'm going to say, well, are you using your rebuttals and, acing and closing? Are you trying to create a cell, or are you just hoping that your initial switchover is going to be good enough to just convince them? That's rarely the case. You got to at least use, 3 or 4 different, rebuttals and price drops to get the sell. Okay. Once you guys learn that, you guys are going to be golden. So the problem is, or the solution to this is, you just got to practice. You got to have it second nature. You just practice. So good luck with this, guys. Let me know if you have any questions, and we'll see you on the next training.